Hi, my name is Lori Janacek. I'm a registered nurse and a certified forensic nurse specializing in Alzheimer's and dementia. Did you know in the state of Texas that you need a doctor's prescription before a silver alert can be issued? This has become a passion of mine. 6 out of 10 people afflicted with Alzheimer's will wander away at some point during the disease process. And if we don't find them within 24 hours, the results can be catastrophic. 50% are found either dead or seriously injured if they're not found within 24 hours. So it is crucial that we prepare ahead of time. I always think that planning is good, but preparation is even better. You know, I look at my cell phone all the time and I get amber alerts, but rarely do I see a silver alert. And the reason for that is that the standards are very strict before a law enforcement officer can issue the silver alert. So it is very important that we prepare way ahead of time. You know, if you are taking a shower or taking a nap and you walk out and you can't find your loved one and they're missing, can you imagine how you're gonna feel? You're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna be scared like crazy, and you're probably even gonna have some feelings of guilt. So that is not the time to start thinking, gee, what do I need to do? That is the time that you need to be prepared when you call 911, and that's the first thing you need to do, by the way, and they come knocking at your door, you're ready. So the very first thing you do is just simply get a prescription from your doctor. It's really easy. Just a prescription, they'll have the doctor's name on top, right? And be like Henry Miller, Alzheimer's diagnosis, but the doctor's signature and date needs to be on there. That's one thing that's very important. Now, I think that you could probably even use a doctor's notes, like in other words, his office notes, if within the diagnosis listing, Alzheimer's is there and it's electronically signed. I bet that they would take that. However, if it was me, I would just go ahead and get that doctor's prescription. So you go in and the doctor gives you a prescription for Aricept or Namenda and says, here's your diagnosis. You need to tell him, Doc, I also need a prescription that says he has Alzheimer's, and then you keep it with you at all times. Number 2, we need a current picture of your loved one. This is very important. When someone's diagnosed with Alzheimer's, most families, they stop taking pictures of them. I mean, nobody really wants to chronicle this illness. So when the cops come, the police come, and they say, we need a current picture, what do you usually see on social media and Facebook and even on your local news? It's a lady that maybe it's a glamour shot from the Baptist church of her in the 1980s, and it's a beautiful picture, but you know that's not what she looks like right now. Or it's a great shot of Grandpa and he's by a Chevelle in 1973 and has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth with a white beater t-shirt on and all sexy next to the car. Yeah, it's a great picture, but you know it's not what they look like. So it's very important that we get, I believe, a headshot and also a full body shot of your loved one to where you will have that ready if they become lost or missing. And remember, we need to find them in a hurry. And number 3, if you have a car, I would take a picture of the car and make sure that the license plate is in that. If someone said, Lori, I'll give you $1 million if you tell me what the license plate number is on your car, I would be out of luck. And let me tell you, it's not just because I'm blonde. I talk to people all the time and they don't know their license plate number. They know their driver's license number, but they don't know their license plate number. If they take off in a vehicle and we need a silver alert issued, we have to have the license plate number. Now, this is very important, and people tell me this all the time. They'll say, well, my Lord, Lori, Henry hasn't driven in 4 years. Well, let me tell you, I deal with this constantly. If you are caring for a loved one and they're walking and you have a vehicle outside, you need to have a picture of that vehicle and know that there is a very high probability that sometime they could drive off in it. I even recommend that you always hide the keys. I think it's very important. But I'm telling you, it's just like a child. You think you've hidden the keys, and they will find the keys and take off one day. Because remember, they're going back in time. So it may be they think they're 16 years old and they're taking off. And I deal with this constantly. So even though you think they don't drive, if they're walking and you have a car, you need to make sure you have that vehicle information. I hope this helps. If you know of someone taking care of a loved one at home with Alzheimer's, go to alzworkbook.com for great tips, simple tips, relevant information, and life-changing.